Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey guys, been getting a lot of emails, a lot of questions, lots and lots and lots and lots of emails. A lot of questions about the Chicago tape collection I'm going to be working on, which everybody knows is going to be done on these two machines, which is the Sony AV5000A. We are going to be able to produce broadcast quality from the original tapes, or the best quality possible from the original tapes. I had people emailing me the other day. I got a lot of emails in my email box, so let me try to answer some of these questions. Anyways, if you're a Chicago tape collector or Chicago TV collector and you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm going to be working on several very big collections of these. Got 65 tapes of Sony AV5000 tapes I'm going to be working on, which were done on this machine in color, and we're going to be producing them in television studio grade files. But I had a lot of questions, so let me try to answer some of these, and maybe this might give you an idea what I can do for you. I had a lot of people ask me about the previous Chicago recordings I did years ago, which were these, like the WGN and WFLD. I did an awful lot of those tapes back in the 90s, and as I spoke, guys, they weren't done on the best of quality terms, as you would say. We did have one machine and one time-based corrector, but nothing on the scale or the level that I have today, which is $1 million plus in equipment, all television broadcast grade, all television electronic processes. So I had somebody ask me on many emails, could we get upgraded copies of the Chicago recordings that you did years ago? Well, sorry to say, the only recordings I have are the ones that were done poorly back during that time. Best it can be done, literally at that time. If I had the original tapes, and they were sent to me, I could reproduce those in high quality video, like I'm going to be doing the videos for this guy from Chicago. I could also do it all at one time. There was an awful lot of reel-to-reel videos that were done, and this is back in the 90s, and I do not have or own those tapes, so maybe somebody who's watching might know who the owner is. If I had those tapes, I would be able to redo them in extremely high quality. I know that people do not have money to do this type of stuff. I know money is a very big factor, and collectors don't have money to do large archives. So if you have the original Chicago tapes, maybe you're watching, and maybe maybe you're in the possession of the tapes of these recordings, you might want to contact me. I could redo those 100% better than what they originally were done. And maybe we could work out some deal where it'd be no cost to you or free of charge of something. We could work out some type of deal just to be able to redo these tapes, because they seriously need to be redone. I mean, I have all the files, but if I had the original tapes, we would reproduce them in broadcast quality and get around all the crappy noise that's involved on those tapes. But to answer the questions, I do not have the original tapes of the original ones I did back in the 90s. If I did, I would gladly redo them and upload even higher resolution broadcast quality copies of those compared to the copies that were done back in the 90s. But as far as the 65 tapes I do have coming, those are going to be done broadcast quality right out the gate, because he's sending me 65 reels. He knows I got the television studio to actually do these, so those will be done correctly to start with. But the ones I did back in the 90s, I do not have these tapes. They were sent to me. I had no idea who owned them, who had them, where they came from. I did a majority of those all were in color on the machine like this, but it wasn't in the greatest quality of machine through time-based correction, and didn't have the greatest equipment to do those in the time frame that they were given to me on. They had to be done pretty quick, so I did not have the studio set up to do those back then the correct way. They were just played, transferred, and that was it. Considering today, if I had those original tapes now, We would take these original tapes that we did in the 90s, put them through the broadcast television process I have now, along with the 65 tapes, the guy from Chicago who's sending me, and we can get way better quality, way better clarity of the video, and plus the 65 tapes, more stuff. Could have more sports games, all kinds of stuff's going to be on these, I'm sure. So I'd be able to produce a lot more higher quality and maybe upload some really rare stuff if I was able to work on the full collection of these EIAJ reel-to-reel Sony 5000A tapes. But to answer your question, I do not have the originals. I only have the files that I did those original tapes back in the 90s. And as far as the 65 tapes I got coming now, those will be done television broadcast grade from the second I get them. They're going to be baked, they're going to be cleaned, done to ProRes files, and if he wants them cleaned up further, we'll be able to take it into software. But those are going to be serious high quality video files, and most likely I'll be able to post all of that due to the fact the deal we made with him. He said I could have copies and do whatever I want with them. He just wants them transferred, restored, and on high quality files. That's the deal that we made with the guy I'm going to be doing the 65 tapes that's being sent to me. But as far as the original ones I did years ago, if you own these tapes and you've seen my videos and you got the original tapes, it would be stupid not to have them done correctly. Now we're in a state-of-the-art studio with the best equipment on the planet to actually do those tapes. So I hope you enjoyed this video.